Hey everybody! In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I got this halo Dutch braid using my hidden crown hair extensions. It looks very difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it is actually pretty simple. So here you can see my natural shorter hair, and I'm going to be stacking 2 hidden crown extensions for added volume as well as extra length. The first one I'm going to be putting on is my 20-inch in the color 60-8P. I'm just going to be putting that on like I typically would and making sure that it is nice and secure to my head. Once the first extension is nice and snug to my head, I'm going to be layering the 16-inch in the color 60 that I custom low-lighted it with a level 8 sand blonde. I do like to put the second stacking extension slightly in front of the other one so it does not slip onto the other extension. That will cause a lot of weight in one area, which you do not want. And then I'm just going to be combing through that as well to make sure there is no hair under the wire, which will also cause slipping. Now to start the actual halo Dutch braid, I took a small section of hair, leaving some out around my face. You want to go ahead and split your braid into 3 sections. I like to do an actual braid to begin, and then I will go in and start to add hair to my Dutch braid. You want to make sure that you keep this braid nice and tight. You can always go in and loosen a braid, but if you make it too loose to begin with, it's really hard to go in and make sure that everything is nice and secure and will not fall out throughout your activities through the day. As you continue to braid, you want to make sure that this halo Dutch braid is staying pretty close to your hairline as well as really close to your head. You don't want bubbling to occur, so just make sure that you are doing your braid nice and tight throughout all of the sections. Once you get to the area by your neck that is right behind your ear, you are going to have to reposition your hands. So just make sure that you are really paying attention to where your hands are going. This is probably the hardest part, is having to reposition your hands for this braid. So make sure that you just take your time and really think about where your braid is going and which strand that you did leave off with. Once you have repositioned your hands, you are only going to be at the back of your head in this position for a few turns. So just make sure that you are doing exactly how you are supposed to so that you do not have a funky looking braid in the back. And once you have done a few strands in the back, you are going to have to reposition your hands one more time. So just once again, make sure that you are leaving off in a good area before you do this so that your braid is continuous and there are no flops in your Dutch braid, making it look awkward. Once you get to your last side of the braid, you're going to have to braid upward, which is also a little bit confusing, but try not to overthink it too much. You're just going to be adding in hair and going up instead of down. I know it looks difficult and at first it does feel really awkward, but like I said before, try not to overthink it and just continue your braid. Once I have ran out of hair, I'm just going to be doing a regular braid to finish off. There are different ways to do this. I have seen some people continue the braid all the way up, making sure that they do not run out of hair by the ear like I did. But this was the easiest way that I found to do it, was just doing a regular braid right around that ear area. And once you have gotten to your regular braid, you just want to lay your hair over top, making sure that you braided far enough down so you do not run out of hair. Once I have done that, I'm just going to be tying off my braid. And then it is time to position your braid with bobby pins. You just want to make sure that when you are laying it against your head, everything is going to feel comfortable to you. I used quite a few bobby pins to secure this braid to my head. So you can see here that I am just bobby pinning the very end so that the beginning of the braid meets the end of the braid. It's not going to exactly look like one continuous braid, but this is the easiest way that I have found. You also want to make sure to tuck in any tails of the braid as well. Then you can see here that I am also securing the top part of my braid so it does not start to sag throughout the day. Then you just want to grab any flyaways as well and secure those to your head as well. And here is where I realized I forgot to pancake my braid earlier. So if you forget to do that, make sure that you are holding tight to the end of the braid as you see me doing with my other hand, and you should be good to go. And that is the finished look. You can go ahead and hairspray to finish off, and that is it. I absolutely adored this hairstyle that night, and I got a ton of compliments on it. If you are interested in hidden crown hair extensions, check out the links down below. That will direct you right to their website. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you stick around and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.